Good morning you guys, it's Karen and I've got a couple of favourites to show you and a couple of odd things in here, like there's one tech item that I don't normally talk about, some earrings, a hair item, a face massager, and then a couple of bits of makeup and skincare. Oh, and a makeup bag that I wanted to show you. So a bit odd, but there are some things that I wanted to tell you about that I think might be useful for you. So let me show you the earrings first. These are from Amazon. In fact, rather than trying to show you them, I'll put a picture in from Amazon, or if not, I'll try and get a picture taken, try and get Kev to take a picture of my ears. But they're basically huggies which have a really good secure closing, and it's easy to do. Like, I don't know about you guys, but if you ever wear little hoop earrings, those ones where there's a very, very thin bit and you've got to try and get it in the whole of the hoop, I just can't do them up. It just takes me forever. Whereas these, you just hook in and then close, and they're just a little bit different. I've never seen anything like it with that little spike on. And I've had these for, well, I just got it up actually on the screen, so let's see when I ordered them. December 21, so I've had them for 4 months and they haven't discoloured at all. You know, some of them you can get and they discolour very quickly. I mean, I think they will in the end, but for £13.99, I think that's really good. Then I wanted to show you this. This is the T3 Hotbrush. Now, I was sent this actually by Current Body, and I just mentioned that I was in the market for a hot brush. I'm actually waiting on the Bondi brush, and I mean, I'm going to end up getting it for nothing because I paid for it full price, and then I got a refund because there was a delay, and then I got another refund because there was a delay. I was supposed to get it in December, and so there's some issues with the Bondi brush, and I was mentioning this, and she said, have you tried the T3 one that they have? I think it's T3, is that it? Yeah. And I said, oh no, but that's been recommended to me by a lot of you viewers have recommended T3 as a brand, and particularly their, I think it was their curling iron. And so I thought, well, let me try it. And it's really expensive, but no more expensive than like GHD or whatever, you know, and it's a bit less expensive than Dyson products. So I thought, let me have a go, and I really, really like this. It's not one that rotates. That would be the only thing that would make it like, oh, you know, that would be my holy grail, because you guys know I used to love my Babyless. My Babyless big hair was just amazing. And then I got a new one because I had, all my bristles had become discoloured and flat, and I'd had it that long. I bought a new one and my hair used to catch in it, and or still does. I still have it and I love it, but my hair catches in it and it's just not the same. So I thought I'd give this one a go, but I've written down the 4 things that I love about this compared to the Revlon one that I tried. Was it Revlon? There was a Revlon one. There was one that was kind of all the rage. I did a Babyless versus this other one. Yeah, it was Revlon. Revlon one step brush I did versus the Babyless one. And I also tried another one by Tresemme more recently, and it was quite good as well, but none of them were like, wow. But this one, the first thing I like is the lead is very, very long, like really long. And I feel like that, for me personally, I tend to sit here and do it. I'm actually supposed to do it like at my vanity desk behind me, but I tend to plug it in over there and do it here. And it just, with this, you know, you're going to be really moving around, and that longer lead makes such a difference. Number 2, I like the fact that this has got temperature control, and that actually works. So you switch it on there. Well, I'm trying to switch it on and it's not plugged in. So you switch it on there, and then you can choose the speed between 1, 2 and 3, and then the heat between 1 and 5, and then this one is supposed to be extra volume. I'm not sure how that works or what it does, but I've been using it on 3, and it means that this does not get baking hot. And that's the problem I had with every single brush except the Babyless. The Babyless never got that hot, but with the Revlon one step particularly, it was kind of a known thing. And I think even the reviews of the Bondi brush that I'm waiting for, I think it said the same thing, but the Tresemme one was the same as well. They just got way too hot, and you had to then put it on to cool and then wait until it cooled down, then switch it back up to hot. But this one, you can have it on a nice medium temperature, and that is just amazing. And that's supposed to hold your hair in place longer anyway. Easier brush. This brush is just genius, and it's not the type of brush I would normally have chosen. So it's good in a way that it was sent to me, because I would have looked at this and gone, oh no, I don't like those little bits down there, and it's just not the type of brush I would normally have used. But it's a shame my hair's curly because I can't particularly show you. And I'm having my hair done today, cut today, so it will be blow dried. But this just, do you know, like with other brushes, if I held my hair and went like that, it wouldn't hold the hair, it would just come out. But with this, you can do it. You can curl it up whilst just holding the brush. I don't know if I make sense. I would normally have to like hold the hair on like this, kind of like you would with a Velcro roller, until it caught it, and it wouldn't actually hold it. But these brushes, bristles, they just seem to cling to your hair, and so you can just sort of brush it and turn it and hold it. Brilliant. And the other thing I like about this, that I didn't like about the, I think the Revlon One Step was maybe like that, but a couple that I've tried anyway have been oval, and I think the Bondi brush might be oval as well, and this one is round, and that's much better. I don't want an oval brush. I find them more awkward to curl around your hair, and I don't think they give as much volume. I much prefer a round brush, so this one is round and I love it. But I think the major thing with this is that temperature control. So yeah, if you are thinking of investing in one of these, if it's something you use regularly and you want to invest in one, then like I said, it's about the same price as buying a GHD, isn't it? So I really like that. Let me show you my little tech thing so we can get that out the way. It's this little thing here, which just looks like a USB drive, which it is. You know, the plastic end comes off and it's just a USB. But the other end plugs into your iPhone, and it's so simple, which is why I wanted to tell you about it, especially if you are, like me, a lady of a certain age. I will be turning 50 in, I don't know, 4 weeks or something like that, and I feel like I'm forgetting so many things, and technical things seem to be getting much harder, and you know, just my brain isn't what it used to be. So much so that today we were expecting our groceries to be delivered between 8 and 9 this morning. When they didn't arrive by 9 o'clock, I looked it up and found I'd accidentally ordered them for tomorrow. And they're supposed to come on a Friday. Anyway, this was just so straightforward that I was so relieved, because I thought this looks great. But I once deleted, I was changing phones and I thought, right, I need to delete all of my photos from my current phone. Look at my boy, isn't he just scrummy? Anyway, I thought I'd delete all my photos from here. But I ended up deleting every single photo that I had. I was absolutely heartbroken, and there was nothing I could do, and is nothing I can do, to ever get those photos back again. That happened about 3 or 4 years ago. So I've got some photos on Instagram from that time, and some on an external hard drive, but I never ever used that. It was just, you know, a lot of hassle to sort of back up to that. But I deleted everything from my whole iCloud, rather than just, I didn't even need to do that, you know. So that's why I got this, and you literally just put it into the bottom of the phone, and then you have to install a particular app, and it says allow the drive to communicate with the other drive. And it literally just brings up this app, and it says photos, videos, music, what do you want to do? Or do you just want to back up? Click on backup. Backup all 560. So there's 560 extra photos, and I just press backup, and that's it. It just starts doing it. And then you take that out, and I've checked this and all the photos are on it. So it's just that I think so many of us now take photos with our phone, and they're so easy to be hacked. You know, I talked about, it was over on my Patreon, but I talked about how somebody tried to hack my Instagram. She tried to sort of trick me. And I think it's so easy for that to be taken over, and all the photos that you've got on your phone to just disappear as well, you know, if you're, like I said, technically challenged like me. So that's a really good gadget. So I'm going to link that for you. The last thing before I talk about makeup and skincare, well, I suppose this is both actually, is I bought this. Now, it is different to the ones I bought before. So do you remember I think I bought about 4 of these. I've literally got everything in them. I've got my Velcro rollers in them over there. I've got shampoos and conditioners in them under my bathroom sink. What else have I got? I've got all of Watson's grooming stuff. I've got 2 bags for his grooming stuff. That's in Kev's study. I just used them and I thought they were amazing. And they normally came with an open top. But I found this one that's actually got a zip up top. And it is just a nappy bag, I think. And it's got a divider in it. In fact, you can put more dividers in this. You can make it into 4 compartments, I think. And the fact that it's got these little pockets on the outside and a little zip pocket either end, I just thought, oh, this is going to be perfect, rather than me having a separate skincare and makeup bag. So I do my skincare and makeup in the living room, and I've normally got my Soap and Glory vanity bag for my skincare, and then a little black one for my makeup, but they were both kind of looking shabby and I needed something to replace them, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to put everything in here. So that's what I do. So if you can see, that's all my skincare and that's my makeup. Now there's a lot missing because that's all sitting in the living room. When I'm filming, I do my makeup and I leave everything open until I finish filming, so then I can put everything back in its right place. But this is perfect. So I just open this up in the morning and everything is there that I need. You know, I do my skincare, I do my makeup, and it's all here and it's absolutely perfect. I love it. Okay, let me talk makeup because I've only got a couple of items here. The first one is so, I suppose you could say, cheap and cheerful. It is the Collection Primed and Ready Invisible Setting Powder. And I've been trying a few inexpensive powders lately. I've tried the 17 powder and I tried that in 2 colours. And I really like that one, but it's not quite as matte as I'd like. But this one is perfect. The only thing is I've got it in 01. I'm going to try this one in 02 as well. And actually I noticed I'm looking a little bit, you see I'm looking a little bit shiny here. But this to me is translucent. You know, it doesn't look too caked on when you use it. I absolutely love it. Just got it everywhere right enough. And the brush I was using there is a Sigma one. God, this is old, E30. I don't know how long I've had this for. So yeah, I wanted to tell you about that because it's a cheap and cheerful one from Boots and it works really well. Then you have heard me mention several times the Super Nudes by Charlotte Tilbury. So I wanted to actually put it in a favourites and say, you know, I love this so much. Actually, looking, I don't know whether you'll be able to see it, but for me, looking down the side, I can see that there is, in these 2 colours here, there is a serious dent. And in this one actually, so in those 3 there's a serious dent, and that's unlike me, especially with non sort of shimmery shadows. But you'll have noticed probably over the last year or 2 that I've started veering more towards matte eyeshadows, and that's just because I feel like I'm liking the looks more when I use matte shadows. I'm like, oh yeah, I like that, whereas when I'm using my shimmers I'm just like, so I don't mind using them occasionally. But yeah, this palette, I have bought a couple. I wanted to show you a couple of items that I've bought and not showed you. So I bought this Smashbox palette. What is this called? Cover Shop Minimalist Eye Palette. Because I just thought, you know what, I haven't got enough matte shadows. And you know, one of the things that I gave away was the Kat Von D Contour and Light palette. Years ago I gave it away and I wish I had it now. And I bought this one. This was really inexpensive and it was from Amazon, and it's Becca. And I think this is called, oh no, Ombre Rouge Eye Palette. And it looks like that. And I thought they both looked really good. But actually, I've tried both of these palettes and I'm like, yeah, they're nice enough. But this one, which I didn't expect to love, these are more like satin colours. They just don't look like much in the palette. But every time I use them, I really enjoy my eye look. And I think they're just so lovely to use. They're not super pigmented, so you don't end up with a lot of colour on your eyes, which I was going to say if you're a beginner. Obviously I'm not a beginner, but I do feel like a beginner sometimes because I've got quite clumsy application techniques and I probably put too much on in everything, as you guys know. You know, I've got arthritis in my hands and they're not very steady, so sometimes they're kind of shaking, and I just feel like this never lets me down. You know, I've been tending to use that for the crease, but I've also done this on the lid, this on the lid. I've sort of mixed and matched them and it always seems to come out really nice. So I think it would be a really great beginner palette. It's really, really pretty. So it's called, I think it comes up online as Easy Eye. The Easy Eye palette, even though it doesn't say it on here, but the Easy Eye palette, the Super Nudes. Yeah, Easy Eye palette says underneath it. Super Nudes Easy Eye palette, so that's really good. Okay, on to skincare, a couple of skincare items. I wanted to show you again, I have talked about these before, but these are the No7 capsules. And I've got one in ceramide and peptides and one in hyaluronic acid and camellia oil. And they both come in capsules. They both actually feel the same to me, these little capsules on the skin, like the inside of them, even though they're completely different ingredients. They both just feel so luxurious. I absolutely love them. They're not very good value for money. So what I would say is do as I do and wait until there is an offer on No7, and maybe even wait till there's an offer and you can use your voucher, because you could, the one good thing about No7 is you can combine offers. You know, it's not one of these where you can either use that or that. Normally you can say buy 3 for 2. I think that's how I got these. I bought these 2 plus something else. as a 3 for 2, and then I used my £5 off voucher, and so it just makes it much more affordable. But if you are looking for some really nice skincare, and the good thing about these as well is if you're looking for some good skincare to take away with you on any kind of mini break or holiday, you know how many you need to use. You know, I knew that I used 2, so I took these in a little bag with me when I went on my last little holiday, so love those. But I also wanted to mention the Geek and Gorgeous Sea Glow. I just took this one out of my fridge because I'm still using up my other one, but I haven't mentioned it for a while. So it's just their vitamin C, and I stopped using it for a while, and I just felt like my skin wasn't as nice, and it's hard to put my finger on exactly what. I almost feel like it had more breakouts when I wasn't using the vitamin C. And I've noticed this before with vitamin C, and I can't remember if it was this one. I think it must have been, because I've been using this for quite some time now. But what I loved was, even on my older one, I hadn't kept the older one in the fridge. It had just been in the IKEA drawers you can see behind me. And I can't remember why I wasn't using it. I think because, I don't know, my migraines were bad and I was just being really simple with my skincare and couldn't be bothered. But I tested the pH before I used it, and it was still at the right pH. So I was really impressed with that. I was like, wow, wasn't expecting that at all. And yeah, since using it again, which has been about a week and a half to 2 weeks, since I've been on holiday, if you like, and had more time and felt a little bit better, I've been using it, and I just feel like my skin has kind of come to life again. It's just, yeah, it feels like I said, it feels in better condition. It feels like there's less little sort of pimple things on it, and I don't know whether it's down to this, but this is the one thing I've added back in, if you know what I mean. I was just like, let me use up that vitamin C and then figure out exactly what I'm going to use. So the Geek and Gorgeous, I'm really still a fan of, even though I haven't mentioned them much. And the final thing is this. This is from Current Body. I think it's £35, and it is, what is it called? It's called a Skin Face Sculptor, and it says that it reduces puffiness and brightens dull complexions, sculpts and tones your face with long-term use, boosts circulation for healthier looking skin, relaxes facial tension, soothes your mind, pushes skincare deeper into your skin. Use up to twice a day whenever your skin needs a pick-me-up. I have tried a few face things like this. I tried one, I had a friend on YouTube who sent me a kind of electronic one. I've tried a few just sort of handheld ones like this. And I've never ever stuck with them and just never really thought they did anything. But I got this out and I was like, wow, that's heavy. It comes in this little Velcro bag, and I was like, that's really, really heavy, but you know, let's see. And as soon as I started using it, I was like, okay, this is different. And it's different. It's obviously just the design of it, but it does something that I've never, ever had another at all like this do. So when you put it on your face and move it, it sort of pulls the skin into the middle of it, which doesn't sound like a good thing, but it really is. It feels like, it's particularly on here, I notice it. I don't want to do it too much with my makeup on, but it just sort of feels like you're getting a face massage. You know, if you've ever had a facial and you get a little massage, it feels like that. It sort of pulls everything in and it feels so nice. And I think this has probably contributed, along with that vitamin C. So that just feels lovely doing that. Now you'll see if I do it, my skin will start to go red. And that's the other thing I noticed, that I've got a lovely glow to my skin, and I think that it's from this. You know, every time I use this, I can feel the blood circulating, and I do it after my serums or sometimes after my moisturiser, just whenever I remember. And I am actually remembering to use it a lot, and I think it's because I like how it feels. It's sort of, it is quite relaxing, and it does feel like it's doing something. You know, I am one of those people that I always used to love exercise if the following day you felt like you couldn't walk, you know. Otherwise I felt like I hadn't done anything, you know. I was like, no, I need to be like hobbling along and my muscles hurting to know that I've done some exercise. And I'm kind of like that with most things. I need to feel something, and this, I can feel it. I feel like I've got rosy cheeks afterwards. It feels really relaxing. I love the idea that it's pushing my skincare further in without me using I tried to use the rollers. What do you call them? What do you call them? Tell me, you know exactly what I'm talking about, with the little spikes on. and I just couldn't do it. It was just too painful, but this is just so relaxing and it feels really nice. And I can imagine it would sculpt because it really, like I said, it sort of pulls into the middle. I've never felt that before, and it feels like it's sort of, it's doing something. So anyway, if you like these sort of things, then this one would definitely be a great thing to maybe put on a wish list for a birthday or something like that, because it's quite a luxury, isn't it? £35 for a little face roller, but I really, really like this. Oh, I might put it in the fridge. Imagine, that would be really nice too, wouldn't it? Okay, that's everything for my favourites. I hope that you enjoyed that. A little bit varied today, wasn't it? But I've got so many videos I want to come and talk to you about. I've got so many SPF videos. One of the videos I thought I might do for you guys is one I've done before, which is how much I earn, because I did my tax return this week and it was quite depressing in that I didn't earn enough to pay tax, which I suppose is a good thing. I didn't pay any tax, but it's not good that I didn't earn enough. I did pay tax last year, but I paid £400 or something, but this year has been particularly bad with my migraine, and so I think that's probably why I wasn't doing as many videos and I wasn't doing as many researched videos, you know. But there's an interesting side to doing a tax return as a YouTuber, in that if you get sent something, so like I get sent this, and this is worth say £170, I have to put that down as income. It's considered payment in kind, if you like. It does say you're only supposed to put it down if you've agreed to review it, and I haven't with that. That was never anything that I was to review. It was almost a gift. Like I said, I was talking to the lady about an eye mask that I hopefully will review, because it's an infrared one and I'm really quite excited about it. But she just said, you know, if you've not tried that one, I'll send it to you. And so like I said, I wasn't intending on reviewing it, but the minute that you show it on screen, it's considered payment in kind, and so I have to list that, which I thought was interesting. So anyway, like I said, I thought I might do a video like that because I did one before and you guys enjoyed the sort of honesty aspect of it, because not many YouTubers talk about how much you earn and how much they earn, unless they're earning tons of money, and then that's just quite depressing to watch. So I might well do that, but I've got some sunscreens to tell you about, of course. I did a little makeup haul with 17, the brand 17, just to see what their products were like. What else? I can't even remember what else, but I've got quite a few things there ready to go. So I hope you guys are all well. Thank you so much for watching today. I'll list all of my makeup as usual in the description. I'll speak to you again soon.